Hey, Sean here from speedcubereview.com. I've had many people ask about a collection video. I'm not always a big fan of doing it because I always get people who are like, oh, give me a cube, give me a cube. Don't ask that. It's rude. I don't usually have doubles and I give away most of my extra ones, so if you want a giveaway, I'll do that, and I've done that in the past, but if you ask for it, I'll delay it, so don't ask for it. Anyways, this is like my third take. My first one, I didn't like the audio. The second one, I didn't like the video. The first one, I tried to actually redub the audio, but it sounded all disjointed, so technically this is like my fourth take. But let's get to this. I just reorganized everything, so let's turn this around. Okay, so first thing I want to do is look up top. And I got this new thing called a gimbal, so I'm super excited about this. I can control this and be a lot more comfortable with it. But we've got a little tissue box. That's not an actual puzzle. I'm going to have a counter on the puzzles too after I go through each section. This one and the other one are big ones from Yusheng. That one used to light up. It still does when it charges, but it doesn't stay charged, so oh well. There's that giant one. I forgot what company makes that. There's a couple of puzzles actually behind this book that are not really puzzles, or just kind of toys, but I'm going to call them puzzles because they're all connected with strings. And I've got the 64 mosaic cubes. I did actually change it at one point, but then I changed it back for a reason I'm not going to talk about right now. And I've got the MoYu backpack with a puzzle in there. So now let's look at this first shelf. So here we have 2x2s. Now I'm not going to go through every single one and name every single one because that would just take forever, and yeah, that's crazy. But I have some, some nice ones in front. The big Fangxi, my Cosmic Weipo. This one's the Valk 2. The new Rubik's brand by Gan, although it's been out for like a year now. I've got a double of that glow in the dark one. I got that from my Craigslist unboxing. Nice little V cube. But yeah, all the 2x2s there. And if we look down a little bit, let me change hands here. Here we have the Chi shelf, and there's some things in other places too, but we have the stack of Valks. We've got the special edition one, the Valk Power, Valk M. This one is also another Valk M that was a Cosmic one that I took off the sticker because I was using it for blind, and now I wish I didn't, so maybe I just see if I can talk to them about getting a new sticker. But yeah, we've got the fidget spinner in there. That's also 3x3x1. The other one there, Valk Mini, Dino Q, 69mm and 60mm sail. And yeah, I am missing one from this shelf that is the Thunderclap. I had a Thunderclap, and then that was one of the ones I tried experimenting with different lubrication that completely failed. And it damaged the cube so much it is unusable, and I took it apart to clean it, and now it's even worse because it's really hard to clean and it kind of rusted things. So yeah, I'm ordering a new one of that. Looking down at this next shelf now. So we've got all the ones, the MoYu, the mini cubes that I'm going to use for one-handed, which actually I need to move that because I need to remember to bring it, which I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take 2 of these. Okay, and so I'll count those 2 on my counter because they were on the shelf just a little bit ago. But we have all the sort of sub-brands from MoYu right here. The Guoguan, so that's the original Yuxiao, the Yuxiao Pro. Whoop, camera's a little off center. There we go. Yuxiao Pro. That's the EDM up there. Wow, that looks a lot smaller compared to, I think that was, I wanted to say the M3, but I don't know if it's called the M3. That was the Yan 3. We have the different ones like the RS, RS2, RS3. That one's the magnetic RS. This one's a regular one. That's a magnetic RS2. And then just a line of ones from MoYu, like the Tanglong, and that one I believe is the Aolong Mini. And then, yeah, so I can move down just a little bit. And then behind here, so I've got the Tanglong, and underneath that is that Dianma, which was a lot of fun to use. I think that was from MoYu. I put it on the shelf because I think it's from them. And that one is the Cosmic GTS. If we go another shelf down, it's a little bit of a hodgepodge of a shelf. We've got the YJ MGC puzzles. That's the MGC version 2, the one that had the 2 different green plastics and the original one. These actually pillowed ones are from Chi, but I think that convex one is YJ. And then we just have some other things. That's the Warrior W. That's the Thunderclap version 2. That's a Valk that I gave to someone and then they broke a corner. Zach Garber. And then I fixed it. And that one actually, before I got a Nintendo Switch, I do have one now. I don't know if it's going to come out before Nationals, or even Michigan 2019, but if you have a Switch and you want me to bring mine, I don't know if I can fit it in my bag with everything else, but let me know, maybe I can bring it. But yeah, and then we have the Tiger Cube. Okay, so moving, and that's also Yusheng. So this is kind of a random shelf. Moving on down just a little bit more, we have here kind of just a random shelf of ones I'm planning on giving away, not the MF9, which is on the right side, but these other ones are doubles, and I'm not going to do an online giveaway because it costs way too much to ship these out myself, but I'll probably bring some to Worlds or some to Michigan 2019 and do some sort of giveaway thing there. Okay, so on this shelf, on the right side, we have some Guanlongs. I give away those Guanlongs when I go to schools, and I give a class a cube so they can have one there, and it's stickerless, so they can't worry about that. I sometimes set it up, though, so it performs a little bit better with some lube and tightening the screws so the kids can't pop it. Next to that, we have some different ones, like different Guanlongs I've set up. There's the Fidget Cube, which I'm not going to put in my list of puzzles. And then Dino Cube from Sheng. These sort of bandage ones, I've solved one. The other two I haven't. I haven't really looked too much into it, but I probably just need to watch Red Kibi. I know he has some stuff talking about how to solve those sort of things. Okay, coming over here, we have a sort of a hodgepodge again. Back here, we have different puzzles that are the Mastermorphics. On the left side, we have Sheng, but they're calling them, it might still be pronounced Sheng. Yeah, I know I've talked about this before. Everyone used to say Sheng Shao. And then I have always said, a random person said that should be called something different. It was Chris Olsen said that it was Sheng Shu. And so I started calling it that. And then people were like, no, it's Sheng Shou. So now it's kind of changed. But yeah, I got some comments on previous videos, people laughing that it's Sheng Shu. But anyways, Shreng Run, that was one of the first cubes I ever had that was after my Rubik's brand. And it still works great. Although I tried lubricating it with some weird stuff, and I spent a good couple days cleaning that. Man, I hope that if that ever does break, I'm buying a whole new one. Yeah, Kung Fu. Oh, one cube back on this shelf over here. That was that cube style. And I got the cube and actually made a whole video review of it. And then I never put it up because the company just kind of fizzled out. And they're selling it sometimes under other brand names. I forgot what that is. But yeah, it was actually pretty good cube. I used it at a competition. But yeah, so we're going to keep moving on up. And we have a 5x5 shelf. And yep, just that one's the GTS. This one is the Cosmic Wusheng. That's the new Yulong version 2. There's the mini Sheng, the Cyclone Boys G5. But yeah, in the bottom there is that Yusheng, the Yusheng one that really set the new standard of what 5x5s should be like, and I magnetized that one. We'll keep on going to this shelf of different, again, sort of different things. A lot of them are shape mods. So I put the my favorite ghost cube here. I have a couple other ones, but I stickered this one up myself. Probably my favorite 4x4 shape mod is the Fisher cube, because you don't have to worry about centers because you can do white and yellow at the very end. And yeah, the only one that was ever made was Aosu from MoYu, and I don't think they actually make it anymore. So hopefully another company makes a Fisher 4x4, because that was fantastic. I think my favorite 3x3 shape mod is the hexagonal dipyramid. I have made a shape mod. I have made my own mod once where I made a half truncated cube, but I think I'll do this one next if I ever have time to do it, because the centers are never adjusted. So I'll probably have to either do it over like next summer when I have some more time and I'm out of school because I have 1 year left. But yeah, I tossed out the case for this one because it didn't sit in a cool angle. It just sort of sat flat. And I thought that was boring. Okay, moving on up a little bit higher. Okay, so this is, again, shape mod shelf, but much cooler because we have all these ones from Casey, Twisty Text, the 5x5 and 4x4 bump cube, as well as the 2x2x1. I've added a 2x2 and a 3x3 here as well that are not ones that he modded that I just purchased and restickered to match them. Fidget spinner, a couple houses that were restickered from Oliver Stickers. There's some other things too, like the slim cube and things that he also did. Here's my half truncated one over there. I actually am thinking about taking the stickers off and sanding things down, make it even flatter, but I don't have a belt sander, so it just takes a while. Nathan Wilson, we have the house cube. That's a house bandage puzzle. I'm never scrambling that. Okay, so I'm just going to use my hand for the rest of this because the gimbal keeps shutting off. I'll throw something at the very end because it's kind of weird, but anyways, so yeah, so this right here is also from Nathan Wilson, and I think that was from his first ever 30 days, 30 mods, where he took, I think it was like a void cube, and he then filled it in and cut things out. But yeah, I forgot what that one's called. So anyways, we're going to keep moving on. And this shelf is just some big puzzles, a 13 by 13, which I'm missing some stickers. I don't want to re-sticker the whole thing. I tried to almost actually clear coat it, and it didn't help keep the stickers on. But we've got 7 by 7, 6 by 6, 9 by 9, no 10 by 10, don't ask. The Mastermorphics, a 4, 5, and 6 by 6. I like that 6 by 6, it's really nice. And these, I've actually thought about getting 2 of these and then replacing some of the pieces so it's all the inner spherical ones, and then getting stickers so there's like a really tiny spherical puzzle. But I don't know what stickers would work well. Like, I don't know. Seems like a cool idea, but I don't know if it'd be worth it by the end or anything that I could find really cool. Okay, so moving on down, we have different 6 by 6s. Yeah, it's just all 6 by 6s in the back. We've got V-Cube, the Haze, MoYu, this tower, and this tower I used for a giveaway where we had the, it was the 70mm Sheng Legend, the 60mm Chi Sail, that's the Oolong GT. This is the Weilong Mini. This is like 54.5mm. This is the 50mm Zhanchi and the 42mm Zhanchi. The Egg Cube, which I finally did solve, it sat unsolved for a long time. And then we've got the Molecube, that other 3x3, I forgot who makes it, and the Tutminx. Okay, moving on down, the Megaminx shelf. Yeah, just all the ones from X-Man Design. I feel like this one's going to fall over, if any of them do. We've got the MGC, which I just unboxed finally up front. That one's up front because that is the pearl that I magnetized myself. It took about 120 magnets. And then we have the Kibiminx and the Shengshou Kilominx. I was missing the Fengkun. A lot of, like, Speakeasy Shop just calls it a 2x2 Megaminx. So if you look up Kilominx, you won't actually find it. But I had to reorder that one because I don't know where it went. And I know I had it at one point. Oh, back here is my original Shengshou that I restickered. I think there's like, now it's a Super Cube. And I can't remember how many different colors there are now on that one. But okay, moving back here. At the bottom there, we have a ton of Pyraminxes in the back and up front, as well as my stack of Yulong version 2 M's. And then this shelf down here, this is where the mini cubes just went. This is a shelf I'm going to try to keep the cubes that I'm using most often, or the ones that I'm preparing for, let's say, nationals. So we have at the bottom the Valk 5, although I'm not doing 5x5 because I didn't actually qualify. But we have 2 Meilong 4x4s. I'm going to be using the Valk 5 for Michigan 2019. That's right after that. We have the GTS 3, which is going to be my main, as well as the Tangyun from Diane. I added some washers to the Diane one. I'll probably do a quick video on that if it's not already out. Then the 2x2 is the MGC, the mini cubes one-handed, and the Shengshou Gem for fewest moves with stickers next to it. Okay, moving over here. Now this is just sort of a random pile. On the left, we've got some Meilongs. I've got a bunch of cube stands. That other random puzzle, which I don't know what it is. It's kind of a random bad puzzle. The stickers next to it on those cubes are, I believe they're sales, but the stickers are the ones that disappear and the ones that change colors. I've actually never solved the one that changed colors. I really don't know what to do. I'm stumped with it. And then Alloy also put the stickers on incorrectly, so there's only one solution, not 2. And then next to that is, I believe it's a Chigi bullfight, and I switch pieces around to demonstrate things. So right now I have it set up for a domino reduction tutorial. I plan on doing an FMC tutorial that is a redoing the ones I already did, because I already did a tutorial like 2-3 years ago, and I feel like they're still good tutorials. There's nothing that's not relevant anymore. But I want to update some things. I've definitely gotten a lot better. And also I want to do one big video, like something that's like an hour and a half to 2 hours long, that has timestamps and things that way you can just go to one video each time and just find everything you need, or watch it straight through if you really want. Okay, so here we have a bunch of scubes. We've got also up above the scubes are the Readyminx and Ready Cube and the Ready Barrels. That's about it for that. Okay, moving on up, we have the GAN shelf. Now, I think this was the fan favorite in the past. So we've got the 2x2s right there, as well as all the different 3x3s from all the way starting back to the GAN 3 version 2, which is a 55mm puzzle, very light. I'm actually thinking about magnetizing one of those, because I think it might actually be good magnetized. It was just really, really flexible. Oh, the 354 is upside down. Oh, well, I've got my Meilong that's in a jar, and as well as the Hello Cube and this big stack of twisty puzzles from 3x3 to Skube, and mirror blocks. Moving on up, we get a 4x4 shelf. Now, there's just a ton of 4x4s here. I've got the Rubik's Panda Bear, or I forgot what it's called, but I restickered it from Oliver Stickers so it looks like an Ewok, and there's actually more stickers now on it than there were originally. The globe, I forgot who makes the globe, but that gem I believe is from YJ. And up front, let's go through these. I guess we've got the Yusheng version 2, the the Wuxue Mini, the Cyclone Boys 57mm, GAN 350 or 460, and the Cosmic Wuxue. This top shelf, now this is one that I really enjoy. So we've got a bunch of the Meilongs. The only ones that are not are the Yuxiao and the GTS, but the rest are. And this, I feel like when I made this, this was the largest collection of force cubes that were all the same kind, but someone recently, or a couple years ago, made oolongs and also used the transparent ones, so oh well. But yeah, these are sort of my favorites. And we have all of the Bluetooth cubes, which I hope to do a video comparing them very soon. And the spinner in 1x1, and I will put the 1x1 in the list of puzzles because, I don't know, that's a puzzle. CubeSolve Hero is apparently the world record holder. Okay, moving on. This is sort of another random shelf of things. We've got some extra 6x6s, the Master Pyraminx. I forgot what that's called with the different arrows. Someone please tell me below. I think Casey Weaver has told me about 20 times what it's called, and I keep forgetting. That globe. We've got the... Is this a 9x9 as well? Yeah. And the Panda Bear, as well as the mini Panda Bear, which actually that one turns a little bit nicer than that. I think it's just the size. Okay, moving on down. And we have a couple more Master Pyraminxes. This is what's used for the VR, or the augmented reality. So I'm going to add that to the list because it's kind of the augmented reality puzzle. The metal one, this one's really fun. I restickered it with ones that are outlined so you can see the metal a lot more. The Skubes, I don't even solve, and so there's a couple in the back that actually still need to be solved. That is the Yusheng, how many pedals? 12 pedal, 8 pedal, 4 I don't know. That's basically a Readyminx, but it's really nice, and I'm never going to scramble those Skubes again. That is my oldest Rubik's brand that I have. That's the first one I bought when I was learning how to solve it. Also, I've got 2 time machines. This one, you need to glue pieces on. I can't even solve it because it keeps falling apart because these parts right here just slide out very easily, and they need to be glued in. So I need to glue them in, and then I think I might try to set it up after that, but it's horrible at the moment. Also, I feel like these corners should be all sanded, but that's way too much time. We are almost done. So here we have different ones that need a shelf, but you know, don't have space. So like the Cyclone Boys, they have a lot of different ones, so I don't know which one is exactly which name, but a lot of them are kind of modeled off of the original Weilong. The Mini, these are from MoYu. This is the Rubik's brand from Paris. I think Cubologist got that for me, if I remember correctly. I think so. And I don't know if I said it, that cube that has a logo on it, I want to give away back when I was just starting. And after I won it, I'm like, oh, hey, maybe I shouldn't get it because I have this channel. And he's like, oh, no, it's cool. Rubik's Void Cube calendar. I'm leaving it at that date forever because I don't want to change it all the time. And that's an important date to me. Rubik's brands, other mini cubing classroom. That one just above that is a Shangshou Linglong, and then the Maru. This shelf, we have basically everything from Yusheng, a couple more Rubik's brands on the right, as well as Diane's on the far right, with the Zhanchi 2017 on top, and the Yusheng, that big one, is that treasure box. And then just below that is my couple blindfolds that I got from Mascow's wife, and yeah, the Blastoise and the Link, as well as headphones and the earmuffs and stuff for blind. I'm not going to use the actual earmuffs for blind, just because I don't want to take them on the plane, unless they do fit in my suitcase, but I don't know. That's pretty hefty. But yeah, so let me turn this back around. So that is everything. I'll have a counter up of how many puzzles there are. In the next month, I will probably give some away and also gain some. So this isn't going to be counting forever, but there's got to be over 500, I'm thinking, because there was almost 500 like a year and a half ago last time I did one of these. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I probably won't do another one of these for at least another year, year and a half, if not more than that. If you have any questions on any of these puzzles, I've done videos on pretty much every single thing on here at some point, if it's not at least just an unboxing, but some things I just don't feel even warrant anything beyond that. So if you have questions on something that you saw, let me know in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future, and as always, stop by speedcubeview.com for more news and reviews. Hey Mojo. He likes to sit when I do different videos. I sometimes have to take off his collar so it doesn't do that. Okay. Back to the video. Oh, over here. How's it going? Okay. That's about it. Okay. That. And then this, which I uh-oh. I think the battery just died. Actually was a void cube. What is going on? Completely cut out. I accidentally... Jesus Christ. And then cut it out so it looks like it's 3x3 that's cut in. Oh my god. And then just below that. And then we have this shelf. Whoop. No, it went off again.